I have to do this video over again. Not even because, well, it was late when I did this video, but not even because of that. It's because I realized something, and this is pertaining to Ebony K. Williams thing, but it's not really about Ebony K. Williams. It's more or less about the call-in show I heard from on Lovely T show, and they was discussing Ebony K. Williams, and I'm going to say this, and this is not against Lovely T because I am a tea sipper, and this, but and I'm not literally bashing the callers, even though I disagree with majority of them, and a majority of them were like women and gay men. But that doesn't have nothing to do with everything. But there's things that I feel like I'm noticing that was happening, and no one is picking up, or no one will ever notice until like it's pointed out. Because every chance, every caller that agreed with Ebony K. Williams, which by the way, TLDR, I don't care about her preference. That doesn't matter. If she wants a bus job, if she wants to, she can date who she wants. I don't care about that. All right, I said this I've always said this. She can date who the fuck she wants. It's not even a fuck. But I do notice one thing when people were defending is that every chance they got, they was knocking black men down. And this is really why, this is where the ties is. Now, do black men knock black women down? Yes, we do. Which is also a problem, and this is why we need to stop doing that. Yes, we have our problems with each other, but there is a way. I do feel like there are ways to get across without really knocking down. Now, do you want to explain the problem? Yes. Here's the first thing about preference, and here's the thing, dudes. You got to understand. Women are always going to aim high in anything. They're going to aim high, but they're always encouraged to aim high, which is why a lot of men we're locked in, sometimes locked into logic, even though it's truthful. Sometimes it does hurt black men. What do I mean by that? Because we are shown a reality that you know you want to make six figures. Only 10% of people make six figures. The average income, and we're telling women this, and we're locked into this reality, and women don't care. You know, and like you bring the numbers to the women, they don't fucking care. I've noticed this, and like not even just this call-in show, the Fresh and Fits, the Kevin Samuels, the anytime when a man is talking to a woman, you bring facts. And Chris Rock said this a long time ago, before even the Manosphere started. You can be right, but you will never win an argument with these women, and because we are tied into logic and the truth, the logic and the truth, and you hear this all the time. The average income is, for a man is like 40K, 50K. Only 10% of people make six figures. Like Kevin Samuels, like people wonder why Kevin Samuels was so direct, and like people wonder why Kevin Samuels was so direct because softness didn't work. I have to, it's like, and for black people, softness does not work because they're not listening to you. Like, sometimes you have to go to the extreme to get black people to listen to you. It's sad that you have to do that, but it works. Sometimes, you know what they said, I forgot, it was a president quote. It was like, or I think it was Al Capone, but anyway, no, the president speak loudly, carry a big stick. Al Capone was, and I'm paraphrasing, I get more done with a voice and a gun than without one. Like, like I got to show you, or I gotta beat it into you that there's logic. And here's the thing about men is that we're trying to beat logic into women. And it's like, and it doesn't work. And when you try to beat the logic into women, these women are like, it's like it's really like talking into the brick wall. What I mean beating into the logic, it's like literally, hey, your man is probably never going to make six figures. The most you can do is make the average. It shouldn't be about his money. It should be about his character, which is the same thing Iyanla Van Zant was saying. Okay, you can date the bus driver owner. I can work with a bus driver as long as his integrity is intact. As long as it's a lot of women, a lot of women are not tied to logic like men are, which is why we're okay with saying I'm average. Which is why okay say okay I make the above average. I can make this. And even the ones that make 100K is just like okay my worth and value is going up, which is where the term high value man comes from. We understand that. But I also noticed this, and not a lot of people explain it because we are stuck in the logic. Sometimes we don't get the boost that black women does. Now, is the black women the most disrespected according to Malcolm X? Yes, but they are also the most praised. And a lot of people don't understand this, and this is the one thing I notice when I'm listening to lovely to these other tea steppers call in the chat. It's just that why does a lawyer need to date a bus driver? Why does a lawyer need to date a bus driver? And the fact of the matter, and then the fact of the matter is, men date down all the fucking time. We don't ever call it fucking dating. Do you ever call it dating down? No. Well, one thing, because of traditional values, and because of traditional values, it's just that half of the times we don't even need your money. This whole thing about power couples and all that other stuff, we don't need your money. Men usually, if men are in that era in that I can speak. When men are usually in that echelon when they could take care of a woman, they don't have to ask that woman to work. Half majority of the time it's like, baby, you can sit home and just take care of the house and take care of the kids. I can bring home the bacon. That's is like if we're gonna be talking about traditional values and like I can make enough to support both of us and kids, go sit home. You don't have to work. If you can work if you want to, but you don't have to. Matter of fact, I take care of you. You want to go on trips? I'll let you go on a trip. I just need you to take care of the house and take care of the kids while I'm doing my job. While I do all the heavy lifting, you just direct. And that's the thing. Like men, we go hunt, we go out, we go hunt, we go kill the animal, we bring it home, you cook it. That's what bringing home the bacon is. I bring home the bacon, you cook it. That's the traditional. That's the traditional. Now, like I keep saying, you don't think black men want to do that? But in this economy where it takes a two-person income, it's going to fuck up. Now, here's the other thing that I noticed. It's just like it's black men. It's like as much as shit that black women get, black men get is just as much. Yo, no one cares about the disrespect of black men, and I noticed this because every time it was like, oh, who wants to date a fucking bus driver? And the actual bus driver, someone that was an actual bus driver on that show, thank God, he was like, I get benefits, I get to travel anywhere I want to, I get a whole bunch of stuff, I live great, I live better than most of these people that's on the show. And like he had to set these people straight. He was like a bus driver for 20 years. It's like what is the but it's like I always say, women buy the bottle. They don't really buy the brand. And sometimes us men we fall into that because we gotta understand that. It's like and especially in this era, it's no longer about having a job. It's like what job you got, because one of the women, and it proved my point, because one of the women was just like, who wants to date a bus driver? If I was a lawyer, who wants to date a bus driver? It was like, what does my job got to do with my character? And that's what a lot of these men are saying. It's just like, what does my job have to do with my character? It's like, and it's like not to pick on rich people like in the Tyler Perry movies, but It's just like, because even Tyler Perry was trying to say that in like Diary of a Bad Black Woman. It was like fucking the guy from the practice was an asshole. Yes, he was rich. She could have anything he wanted, but he was an asshole. And she was about to kick him out to the curb. You know what the women saw? It was like that she had to build herself up for herself and all that other stuff. But the nice guy, who was just some hard-working, light-skinned nigga, is just like... it's like he barely had money. He drove her to Medea's house or some shit like that, and like he didn't have much, but the nigga was a good character. It's like you got yourself a good. Even Tyler Perry, when a lot of people give him shit, he was trying to throw messages out. It was just like just because you're rich doesn't mean you're a fucking good person. No, there's characters in these everyday actual working people who have good morals and all that other stuff. And this is what a lot of men are saying. Yo, some of these men you dog because they do these blue collar jobs that, fucking help the world run. And even Envy was saying that even through all this beige rage, but like all these people was just focusing on the beige rage is not what he was saying. Was even through the beige rage, which is why I'm disappointed in Envy because like you could have your point without the beige rage. Some of these are good men. She probably like Ebony K. Williams knows that, but it's just like some of these are good men, and it's just like I hear this talk all the time. Why is it that every time a black woman will say want something good for herself, it's like it's telling them they down, and that one it always baffles me. It's just like okay. I can understand from a financial point, you may be correct, but at the same time, it's just like the bus driver for 20 years got benefits. That nigga probably retire, do other stuff, real estate and all that other stuff. It's just like, or he can live off his pension. My grandfather got 2 retirement checks. It was like, and he good. He good. Him and my grandma, but at the same time, him and my grandmother, um, been together forever, forever. So they're both good. My grandmama got a retirement check from being a nurse. So that's like 3 retirement checks. They live in Florida and they go on vacation all the fucking time. And hell, half of the time my grandfather pays for everything. Cause my grandfather got it like that. Don't even have it. Don't even have a high school education. But one of the greatest men. But one of the greatest men ever to built a family. It's so like I aspire aspired to my father. Worked 35 years at Amtrak. Took care of a family of 6. No one went to jail. Is no one. My father is one of the greatest men I know. My father is one of the greatest men I know, and he, it's like you don't think he don't deserve the world. You shoot. Matter of fact, with his benefits at Amtrak, like before he got remarried, women used to flock all over him because they knew a good man when they saw one. Sure, he wasn't no lawyer, but he was a good man, and that's what a lot of these brothers are trying to get to. I don't, but and then here's the last thing, and I don't know if I've repeated myself, but this is the one I made sure I pinpoint, and I say this all the time: women are more pushed into education than men are. It's like men, it's just like yo, just get a good job. Yeah, some people say, yeah, finish high school, get a school, but like in the eras I know, it's just like, yo, all you have to do is work hard. Man, this all we hear, just work hard, get a job, work hard, find a family, settle down. The women's like, yo, go get your degree, sis. Go get your degree. Go get your degree. Go get that bachelor's. Go get that master's. Go get that doc. You are a black woman. Most men don't even get compliments. Black and it's and do I agree that black women are the most disrespected? Yes, but you are the most complimented as well. Girl, you beautiful. You are black. You got black girl magic. You are a black woman. You are astonishing. You are bold. You are beautiful. You can do anything. Like women, they get that push. Hell, even I push black. Even I like give compliments to black women that deserve it. It's like I tell people I only call you queen. It's like my biggest compliment to women is like I don't call a lot of women queens. It's like because it's just like there's a few women I call queens, and those that call queens is like that they deserve that, and like they know who they are. So like I'm not like black men. Like we gotta sometimes it's just like even if we are good men, there's a but to it. He may be good, but you don't know what he doing. It's like this nigga could be golden, but he don't know what he doing. He don't know what he. Yeah, but he may be he might be a good man in here, but he probably an asshole. Whoa, 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 sis. It's just like it's like Will Smith, and I hate to bring Will Smith in. It's like 30 years of an impeccable library. It's like select Chris Rock. Oh my God, Will Smith an asshole. It's like Chris Rock. Oh my God, Chris Rock hate black women and all that other stuff. And this is what Kevin Samuels rest in peace because it's like a year since he passed now. Officially been a year since he passed, and you know, like men don't really get the compliments, which is why, like, I know, and this is something I notice is just like, yo, I tell people, yo, you a smart brother, you can do whatever, I used to just push dudes. It's just like, yo, I'm glad, when one of my mans, he got his degrees, I fucking congratulated him. I was like, bro, I'm glad to see, look, and I told him, I'm glad brothers like you are getting their degrees, man. Keep doing it. And it pushed him. It's like, when I was doing reviews, and one of the dudes asked, to review his album, and I gave my honest review, and then the next thing he told me, he was just like, yo, you set a fire in me. And that's all I really wanted, because I said, yo, the dude can rap. And then like he sent me a track, and I was like, I fucks with this. He's like, yo, this shit is. He's like, I'm telling you, like, if you give black boys the encouragement the same way you give black women the encouragement, I feel like that would better the neighborhood. And this is the shit that I feel like a lot of those women, yes, they was defending Ebony K. Williams, but at the same time, they was also taking digs at black men. Oh, you are underachievers. It's just like where black men, it's not that we're underachievers. We're just locked into logic. And sometimes, and like most people say, we don't even get our value until we're 35. So most of the time, we're just working, trying to build our value. But by the time we build our value, some of us are old or older. So and we say this all the time, women, your value has been since you were damn near born or when you hit puberty, because you are always, because even though you don't see it, you are always protected, because there was always some. I used to say this all the time. It's just like, so I was like, yo, the right people will protect the fuck out of you. If you are one woman in a fucking room full of 13 men and they all fuck with you, you don't think all 13 of them men is going to make sure something's going to happen to you? It's like niggas is really protective over their women. It's like whether it's your sister, your cousin, or even someone you like. It's just like you don't you don't just you don't just let nobody, because it makes us look bad. If someone fucks with you, it makes us look bad, and we gotta deal with that. And that's what I'm saying about that. It's like I'm telling you, black. I'm telling you right now, if black men sometimes and it's like to our own faults. Yes, even if it is the truth, to our own faults, we are locked into logic so much that we do accept the. I don't want to say the average, but we do accept that. Yeah, 10%, 10% of only man makes at least 100K. That's 10%. This is like, and less than that is black. Sometimes we got to say, you know what, fuck that. I need to hit. It's like I'm going to hit that 10%. I'm going to, because I feel like that's what black women do. It's just like, I don't care. I'm going to get it. And I feel like black men is just like, I'm gonna do my best. So I feel like psychologically, we're not pushed to achieve, and black women are. And I'm going to die on this hill because, and I'm going to die on this hill because every shit I've heard, even from the black men that was on there, yes, they were gay, but it was just like every time every time they was on, there was some dig at a black man. And to me, that's what bothered me. Like, oh, we like this black man worship. I was like, what black man worship? It was like, what black man? It was like, what black man worship? Y'all was just calling. I was just talking about. Most of y'all was talking about DJ Envy and Beige Rage, and I'm like, where the fuck does all this come from? And to me, I know it comes from some black men fucking with them. Like it shows, and this is why Kevin Samuel says some of y'all need therapy. So this is just me just looking at that, and shout out to Lovely T because I love her channel. I really do. I really fucking her. Them callers though, they was bugging me, and I was like, it was a 3 hour show, and I'm like, hour and a half in, I was like, yo, these people, and it's the women. It's mostly the women, and I was like, there was only one black man that I was cool with, and he was like he was like a professional football player. But even then, the 19-year-old girl taught was sought out to dig on him. It was like, why are you digging on that brother? It's like the man did his job. It's just like even when a man do his job, it's like there's some type of dig. It's like, why do you need to take a shot? Now, flipping it across, black man. Sometimes we do like, and I've done this, and I am a. Sometimes we dig on black, but I will say this. Sometimes even when we joke about black women, the joke don't come from a hurtful place. Usually, like, the joke don't come from a hurtful place. So we could take a shot or two. This is just like, man. That's why, like, uh, when we clown on each other, it's like the digs are like hurtful. Where people say, with friends like that, who needs enemies? We dig, sharper shines, iron steel sharpens steel, and like women are not used to that. Women are used to giving compliments. It's just like we're men. We're like, get your punk ass up. That shit ain't hurt. We got it. Yo, you need to you need to eat that shit. And then that's what we do. We eat this shit. Yeah, it hurt. It's like it's supposed to hurt. Is it? But you need to be able to take it, and that's the part of men that I feel like that's we take it and eat this shit, but we don't know how to deal. Sometimes we don't know how to deal with pain either. So this is why it's just like you need best of the both worlds. The women know how to deal with pain their way, but they don't know how to deal with the pain our way. Where sometimes you got to take it and eat the shit. And I've said this all the time. It's just like one of the black man's downfall is that we charge it to the game too much, and that's always been a downfall, especially black men. We charge it to the game too much, where it's just like, okay, let's say um a black man loses out on a promotion to a white man, and the black man works 3 times as harder than that white man that got the promotion. Sometimes we be like, you know what, charge it to the game. Black women, they're not like that. Uh-uh. And, black women, they go to, I work 3 times as hard as that motherfucker. It's like, that motherfucker don't do nothing but sit on his ass and just mooch off of people. Hell nah. I deserve that promotion. It's like, what does he do? What does he do? I done put more revenue in here than anybody in this whole damn building. And you put him over me? Like, you will hear a black woman's race, which is why white women are attracted to black women. Because black women, they will tell you how they feel in an instant. They will tell you how they feel. Like, now, this whole manosphere thing, a lot of women are not used to this. And, I'm going to just end it here because I done gone on for like at least 25 minutes. I want people, and like the gay men to understand, because this is where I'm hearing it from. Like, black women and gay black men, which is why I've said black men and gay black men need to have a conversation because that's that one trauma, and black women, we're trying to have this conversation, but it's just like talking to brick walls. But I feel like the conversation between a black man and a gay black man, it'll probably go better because we're both men, or at least the one identify as male. Because I seen a lot of people jump on the manosphere and the red pill shit. The purpose of the red pill shit is to make yourself better. It's just like sometimes jump out of the matrix, improve yourself, get to a point where you don't have to deal with stuff. Now there is red pill rage. My homegirl Crystal, like she gets even she cheers for black men. She channel she's always promoting black men. Positive. She always gives positive energy to a black man. She always does that. She gets caught in that red pill rage too. And which where I tell people, and that's you know which I had to do this rant on like my podcast about, some of y'all been hurt and then never been hurt, because some the women we have that cheer us on, y'all can scare them off. And y'all gotta stop doing that, because half the times you don't realize they're on your fucking side. And yet you try to dog them like you dogging the other ones. It's just like you need to know who the fuck is your enemy and all that other stuff. So, that red pill race. But a lot of those men, I do admit, are just hurt men. And I tell people all the time. But the purpose of the manosphere and the purpose of even some of the red pill content and the stuff that I feel like those women, the gay black men, don't hear is they get on men first. They tell men, you need to step your game up. If you fat, you need to lose weight. If you broke, you need to so make some money. You need to get up on your ass. It's just like they don't tell niggas to stay broke. It's just like that's how like Kevin Samuels when he was before he was women going viral for like telling women they was average at best. He used to get on men. All the content he was saying on men, he was harsh on men, harsher if you really want to say this. And like a lot of men that had this content was just like, oh no, y'all should have heard the shit he was talking to men, because women were like, you don't talk like that to men. I said, what? That nigga was harsher than men. He was telling men, yo, you need to work. It's like, don't fuck 40, work 60. What are you doing? Get your ass up. Like Kevin was real harsh on men. It's like there's no reason for you to be, don't complain about the world. Man up. He was telling people to man the fuck up. The shit that most black men in this generation hate. He was telling people man the fuck up. It's like and most of the red pill content, they're telling men before you even try to date some of these women, you need to get your money up. You need to get your status up. You need to dress better. You need to look better. Kevin Samuels was big on image. He's like, you need to look better. You need to. You can't be going at these women all dusty and all that other shit. Step your game up. And this is what a lot of these women don't see. So and this is the shit that fuck, like in my opinion, a lot of those callers missed. And a lot of those callers did, which fucking disappointed me, because it's just like, yeah, it was an open and honest conversation, but you could tell like there's some trauma there that every one of them, because almost every one of them dug at black men one way or another. Like especially the lesbian. It's just like, what's wrong with these mates? It's like, I hope I came in as clear. But Lovely T, if you ever run into this video, first of all, hi, I'm a big fan. I'm a tea sipper. I've been a tea sipper, and anybody else want to. I hope I came in clear and concise. And that's the only thing I can ask for. That I came in clear and concise, and that all y'all, are listening to what I'm saying. Let me know what you think. Till then, my name is Eskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.